What do I do with that?
So what bedtime is complete without watching Cookie Swirl C? Good morning. Good morning. Yes. What? Come on. We are just discovering just a long list of all sorts of great tips for just healthy everyday living here recently. One that we discovered really well here just a few minutes ago is you should always read all of the warning labels on medication that you're taking. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a pharmacist, but when it says do not lie down for at least 10 minutes after taking this medication, turns out that means it's a really bad idea to give it to someone who's asleep and then let them go back to sleep.
I don't even know what to say. This morning, he was going to work, and so right before he left for work, he was like, okay, I'm going to give her medicine. So he gives me my medicine, and I'm laying down, and it was like 8:30, and I woke up in the most intense pain I've been in as long as I can remember. It was heartburn. The worst heartburn I have ever had in my entire life. I took 3 extra strength Tums, and even right now, it still hurts. I have to wonder if that's what caused it.
I'd be pretty certain that's what the problem was.
Oops.
Yeah, oops. We gotta look at the rest of this bottle and see what it says.
I have to wonder if the other part of it was, this says to always take with food. And I didn't do that either. So I disobeyed 2 parts of the label. Somewhere it said to take with food.
Plenty of water.
Okay. Yeah, that didn't happen either. Well, my kitchen is a mess. Yeah. What's new? I think I said that at least once a week ever since we started vlogging. But I think that's just part of being a parent and having kids in the house and a wife and a mother. It's just your kitchen's always a mess. No matter what you do, it's going to be a mess. I mean, we hadn't even cleaned up from lunch yet. Normally I have one of the kids doing that. But we are running a little bit late today. It is 3:30 and they're not done with school yet. Lauren, we're trying to get her up to where the program wants her to be in her lessons for her social studies, her history and geography or whatever. When I was growing up, it was called social studies, but now it's history and geography. So whatever, I'm going to call it social studies. You know why? I'm the teacher. Anyways, she had to do like 5 lessons today in it, but after today, it should have her only doing like 1 or 2. Also, look at this hair. I used a towel. People have commented before, why do you always have this turban thing on your head? Why do you use a t-shirt? This is why. If I use a towel, it frizzes my hair all out. When I got in the shower, I didn't have a t-shirt in there, and I was like, there's a towel there, and I'm like, I'm just gonna use the towel today. Shouldn't have done that. But I'm gonna work on cleaning up all this mess because, yeah. Okay, poll question. If you open a bag of chips, how long does it last in your family? Does it last more than a day or 2? I guess it'd really depend on family size. In our family, if we open a bag of chips, it seems like the very next day, they are gone. But there's 5 people eating them, so maybe that's why. I don't know. But that's the poll question for today. Dishwasher's loaded. That's a good thing. It's a pretty full load too. We mentioned earlier that I had horrible heartburn this morning, like the worst heartburn I've ever had. And we're supposed to do spaghetti for dinner. We have leftover spaghetti, and I'm leaning towards I shouldn't eat it. I think the heartburn was 100% because of the medicine, but I'm like, even though it was because of the medicine, my throat is still, like, it hurts. It's like an ache. It's not like a sore throat or that. It's like it aches from where I took that medicine in a way I shouldn't have. Here's the question. What do I do with that? Not eating it.
Keep it.
I'll take it to church every Sunday and say, everybody try some Vegemite. I don't like it at all. It's kind of icky. So Lauren's working.
A lot of the times whenever I shout when I'm walking, it's always on setting up a game. Should we say that what I'm doing is not only games?
Yeah, I mean, you have a lesson too.
Yeah.
And Olivia's working on her math.
I just finished one lesson. The lesson that I didn't finish yesterday.
Yep. I want you to do this lesson, and I want you to, let's see. Let's do the lesson 94, please.
Okay.
And Atlas is doing this.
It's time for soccer practice, but man, that took some dedication there. That's gross.
We are just now making it to the soccer fields.
It feels like it's gonna rain. It's really overcast. The forecast says no, but it just feels like it, you know?
You see how it's kind of all not pretty?
What was that?
Airplane?
The sky farted.
That was the sound of freedom.
Look, bird!
Yeah, so after our little discovery of what the van looked like as we were walking out to it, so we drove under several like rivers of birds migrating. I don't know if those are like over the whole country or not. I've never really looked it up. I'm not even sure what kind of bird it is, but you know.
I hate them. Like with a passion, I cannot stand it. I'm like, because every time they poop on the car.
Yep,
Flying
and it's
birds.
thousands and thousands and thousands of birds. I mean, you stand there and there'll be just this river that'll fly overhead for, you know, tens of minutes. So it's lots of birds.
I was like, one of them's going to poop on the car. Splat!
Yep, right in the windshield, right in my face.
And look at Olivia.
I'm like, if you were walking, it would have hit you in the face.
Like, look at
Yeah.
Olivia's window.
Yeah, hers is kind of gross. Anyway, time for soccer practice. Let's get to the field.
We'll stop talking about bird poop now.
Yeah. No, we won't.
I don't know one that birds! Look! Look!
Better show them the birds. Otherwise,
Oh, yeah, there's a bird somewhere.
You tricked me!
After soccer practice, by the time we've gotten home and eaten, it's usually pretty late. So we're getting everybody ready for bedtime now. Girls, have y'all brushed your teeth yet? What is Sissy doing?
Yes, you are.
Luke, why are you wet? As we were coming back here, we thought that Olivia was washing her hands. Turns out it was Luke spraying water all over himself in the bathroom.
His name was Patrick and he broke an arm.
Oh my.
But it's all better now.
let me see his arms.
It's
Yeah, it's like no bone arm.
His name was
Is this like the otter in Zootopia?
Maybe I can do what you could do.
Luke, buddy. It's time to go to bed, not play with sister's toys.
Does she have a baby under her arm? I love you. Oh. Wow. That's kind of creepy. And his arms feel long or something. I don't know. That is like the tallest person ever.
Slender Man, the early years. Good night, kids.
Good night.
So what bedtime is complete without watching Cookie Swirl C?
No, you don't get to pick. Mommy picks the shortest one available.
So while Luke is hanging out with Lisa for a little bit and settling down, I usually fix all three kids some water to have while they go to sleep. Here's yours. Here's yours, sweetie.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Don't stay up too late reading.
What do you say?
Welcome.
You're welcome.
Birthday.
Oh.
So he gets hyper when he's tired.
A lot of feet. A lot of wiggleness.
Birthday. Yeah.
Of course, tickling him probably doesn't help any. This is probably about one of his favorite times of the day, just because he gets to be as silly as he wants with just us. Alright, Luke, let's get you tucked in. I love you. Good night, buddy. Alright, and with all the kids in the bed, now it's time to start editing what you just watched. I'm gonna de-school this and pull out my editing station. So the girls only have soccer practice once a week now, and they have their games on Saturday. So they're done until they play again this weekend. As much as they love the practice, I think it wears them out a good bit, so it's probably good they're going to get that extra break. Well, today's shout out of the day goes to Rachel's Nest. She says, "Don't feel bad, Lauren. It took me a long time to be able to say the words aluminum and linoleum when I was younger. Loved hearing you pronouncing hard words." Thanks, Rachel. Yeah, I get a kick out of hearing her trying to say all sorts of different words, too. Specifically on aluminum, though, she's like me when I was young and watches a lot of documentaries, and a lot of those come from the BDC. I wouldn't be surprised if she picks up aluminium and starts saying that at some point. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please leave us a thumbs up. And if you haven't already subscribed, we'd love for you to hit that button. Thanks for joining us today. Good night. We flew.
We flew?
We flew. Our van gets terrible gas mileage in the air.
We flew over to soccer practice. Such a long drive.